And the politically correct people. Hello, everybody.
Jen's here. Flavia,
Jen, right.
Mark, Michael.
Yep.
Keith. Hello. Oh, my God.
Scott. My new
hello.
subscriber. Sue, hello.
Hello, Sue.
Looking well groomed today. Haircut?
No.
You washed it?
I just had a shower.
You had a shower.
Shortly prior to this.
Yeah.
Yep. Hello,
quite
Annie.
Fresh.
Hello, Joan.
Yeah, it smells good.
So I thought I'd start today with a quote. It's a bit of a...
It's a big day.
Yes. It's a big day. It's a bit. Yes. Well, yes. Of course, it's Juneteenth. And I feel like everyone's discussing that. It's also today. I have a quote. I'm going to read you the quote that I'm starting off today with.
Okay, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to do a little bit of backseat driving right from the get. Read me the quote. I'm going to show you my armpits.
This is our quote.
Okay.
This is from a book that you and I have both read. Our world will not die as a result of the bomb, as the papers say. It will be of laughter, of banality, or making a joke of everything, and a lousy joke at that. And that's from a book called Shadow of the Wind, which was written by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And it's an excellent book.
Yeah,
my
Shadow
sister,
of the
I think,
Wind is
can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Carlos died today.
Oh.
At the age of 55. Very sad. Of cancer. He had cancer. But the Shadow of the Wind is the beginning of a series of books that he wrote.
Yeah, trilogy. There are 3 of them.
That are really terrific. I don't know if you'd call it magical realism.
Yeah.
You could call it magical realism, although I don't want to spoiler alert anything, but it's just really great. Oh, cocktail time. Yes, it is Friday happy hour.
They're set in, is it Barcelona where they're set? And what's the library of, I won't tell you about the library.
Yeah, they're set in Barcelona.
But
they're excellent books.
Beautiful.
Magical realism, love story, drama, mystery.
Family saga.
Yeah, just really, and sublimely written, the language of the books. Sometimes you want to stop and read it back to yourself out loud.
I wonder what it would have been like reading them in Spanish. I mean, my Spanish is not good enough that I could read them in Spanish and get the poetry of it.
Right.
I'd be fumbling towards ecstasy with my terrible Espanol. It would be, so...
Todd's got to bug off because he's got plans with his wife. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Oh, yeah. All you dads.
So I just want to say the name of that book again. Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And it was quite a popular book, so your library will probably have it as well.
It's very sad that he died.
Very sad. Very sad. How are you today?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but I was looking this way because I'm also reading that. I've got a lot of things that I'm doing.
He's talking to someone over there.
How are you today?
Yeah, that's what I need the visual cue. Oh, you haven't got your how you like it in the background.
I thought while you were answering, I could not pay attention to you.
Well, please don't. Who would want with someone who'd asked them how they were to pay attention while they gave the answer? Pretty good. I'm almost bringing it in for a landing with
your latest video?
My final edit, the second option of the end on my video. It's 17 minutes long, this video. You'd think it was 17 hours, the amount of, time it takes. But editing is a long, slow process. But anyway, I've had a lot of fun. That feels good. Pretty good. I can't believe it's Friday again.
It is Friday.
Just sort of like
I meant to have us have a non-alcoholic beer or of some kind of beverage.
Well, I've got a drink, but I need...
What's your beverage that you have?
Rachel, you're here. Okay. So I am drinking a cup of the very delicious turmeric tea, and I really want to show you guys. Can you see? It's sort of like the color of very kind of old man's pee. It's a little...
That man is not well hydrated, I can tell you that. I can diagnose. I'm not a doctor, but if your pee looks like that, you need to...
But when I started making this tea, it's absolutely delicious, FYI, and I think of you every time I have a cup of it. But I did look at it and I went, oh my God, that old guy needs a few more, He needs a bit more agua, but delicious. So I'm drinking turmeric tea, and I have to say I did put a little bit of ginger in it too. I made some ginger tea, which I made from grated ginger, and then I put that ginger tea in with the turmeric. So I'm really, I mean, this is going to, I mean, I may seem all right now, but my hair.
You may de-inflame yourself right in the middle of the show. You may chill yourself out.
I know. My cytokines might just go completely.
I'm wearing my
so relaxed.
Photo-See Friday T-shirt, Henzo Gracie, because we're.
I've got some gold
today.
pants on. Can I? No, you can't really. There's the knee. It's a little bit gold. I decided to wear gold pants for Friday. All
right, and Jen, you are certainly allowed to joke around if that's what. That's what you'd like to do. Absolutely. Ramon, when my oldest brother died, at Santa Monica UCLA Hospital in 2016, we told funny stories about good times with him, and the jokes helped soothe our sadness. Yes, I think that's I think that's a good way to remember someone who's passed. I mean, I'd like to think that when I pass a long time from now, after all of you are gone, that there'll be someone left to have a party.
I had a bit of a joke with. Well, I'll tell you some jokes. I'll whisper some sweet jokes.
You'll be gone.
I'll already be gone. You're going to live so long.
I'm going to handle your funeral arrangements.
Well, we shouldn't tell them. We've already sort of got some of the pre-stuff ready as well in case I succumb to the Alzheimer's. We've got some plans in place. He's not very... well, no, you are quite cooperative with what I want
with your
now.
plan. Well, yes. Well, you want me to smother you to death as soon as you can't finish your breakfast, and I feel like I might like to have you around a little bit longer.
Not when I can't finish my breakfast. No, when I can't.
You gonna finish that egg? No. All right.
You have to be really careful when you've got the sort of the pillow contingency, with your husband. So what happened was last year, Jake got a nasty virus, and we would with our doctor, Dr. Nick, who we love, and there's a memory care place just down the road from him, and we were talking about that, and my father had Alzheimer's and died of that, and a combination of a few other things, and I don't want to live like that, and so Dr. Nick said it's because Jake would keep me around if I was just he wouldn't even care if I didn't finish my breakfast, if I couldn't finish a word.
I'd give you a little cuddle. Oh, there, Belinda.
Yes.
There, Belinda. Let me wipe that up.
Yeah.
That still looks good.
Yeah, and of course I wouldn't be here with it enough to say, "Hey, fuck off! Don't lick my face."
And that's one of my.
That's my Marmite. Leave it alone.
That's one of my favorite ways that you say no, thank you. Hey, f off. So today,
I'm so sweet. Butter wouldn't melt.
So today, I thought I would talk about the.
Cheers.
Yes, the molasses flood. Have you heard that story?
Oh my God! He nearly got a gob full of Tumeric Tea right in the face. The molasses flood. No, darling, Jerry, I've never heard about Pray tell, the molasses flood?
Jen,
oh God! Wow, the excitement.
Jen is running a comedy show in the comments about her mother. Her mother passed away, and she made up a story about her being attacked by a shark as her cause of death, and then now she's saying no, she was eaten by a bear. She fell down the stairs into a bear.
Waiting jaws of a bear.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Quite a good.
Excuse me.
Quite a good story.
Bugger off, you lot.
Yeah. So the molasses flood.
Oh yes.
Of January. Have you not? You've not heard this story.
Wow. No.
It's quite tragic, but it seems
funny
amusing when you first hear it. It's because it's a molasses flood. Well, 21 people lose their lives, and 150 people are seriously injured. Yeah. So it's January 15th, 1919, in Boston's North End, where we've been before. The North End is the Italian North End. It's Italian people now. Paul Revere lived there.
Yes, we were
when he
in
took
his
his
house.
Right. So that's the North End, and it was Italian immigrants, low income, Italian and Irish, and they had this, and then that's where the ships would come in. That was where the port was, and they had built this tower, 50-foot tall tower.
Does molasses like heights?
50 feet. Well, no, it's a big tank, like those oil tanks you drive by when you're going by a refinery. Those big. It's like 50 feet tall, 90 feet in diameter, cylinder, right, full of molasses.
And how high up is it?
50 feet.
I don't. Yeah, that's the part. Why would you put it up 50 feet? He says
It's like a
50
soup.
feet
It's
tall.
a soup can that sits on the
50
ground,
feet tall.
and it's 50 feet
Oh,
tall.
now I've got it. For a minute, I was like, "What are they doing with it?" That's not like a water tower
Yes,
you have up
it's
high
a-
to catch
it's a
the
bo-
rain.
it's
But
a- it's
molasses
a-
doesn't pour down from the sky, Jerry.
It's a balloon full of molasses. Now, what could possibly
Yeah,
go wrong?
what could possibly go wrong?
All right,
right.
no. It's a 50-foot tall cylindrical
Thing
tank.
full of molasses.
50 feet tall.
And people live all around it. They've got
Yes,
houses.
yes.
Oh, God.
It's
all
like one of
right.
those oil tanks, but it's full of molasses. It's right by downtown. 2.3 million gallons. 3.5 Olympic swimming pools full of molasses.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
And it was originally part of this company. It was owned by United States Industrial Alcohol, and they had been using it they had been using the molasses to make into alcohol for bombs. But World War II was over, and
World War One.
World War One was over. Yes, thank you.
This is why I'm here. I mean, it's the sharp little, the right in there to get it historically correct. Keep it in context.
Yes.
That's what you paid me the big bucks for.
So
Yeah, after World War One.
yeah, so they were using the molasses to make bombs during World War One. This company, U.S. Industrial Alcohol, and then the war's over, so they decided, and prohibition has been passed, but it doesn't take effect for another year. So they were going to quickly make all of this molasses, 2.3 million gallons of molasses, into rum. They were going to use it, to make
Post
rum.
haste.
So that's what it's there for. And so they've got it full to the top. It had only been full for a few times. It'd been there for already 4 years, but it always, whenever it had only been filled to the top 4 times. This was the 4th time it had ever been filled to the very top, and it always kind of groaned and made some terrible noises. And right from the beginning, it was leaking. Would seeping. Kids from the neighborhood would go fill up containers with molasses as it leaked out of the cracks in the thing.
Yummy molasses.
So just after noon, they start hear a rumbling and a grinding, and the rivets start flying off this thing like pop, pop, pop. Like sounds like gunfire, is what they're saying. And the thing busts open, and so a 35-foot high tidal wave of molasses comes down Commercial Street, 35 feet high at the beginning, and it subsides to be a 20-foot high wave of molasses, 60 feet wide, going at 35 miles an hour. So it tears houses off their foundations. It pushes a fire station over. Many of the people who died drowned, and it just destroys these houses. Horrific.
God.
Horrific.
Yeah.
And
Hot lava or molasses, people? That's the question.
yeah, it took about 25 minutes for the whole tidal wave, and then further seepage.
Oh, I bet it gets seeping and running for
Yeah.
weeks and days, and yuck! What a way to
so
die.
so the whole street was destroyed, and people lost their lives, and it was horrific. Molasses, right? And so now
sticky, gooey, viscous.
And all the basements now in the neighborhood are full of molasses because it's gravity, so
gravity
if you've got
works.
a basement, and they can't clean it up. It's so sticky and viscous, and then it starts to kind of harden up, and so they try spraying it out, and they're pickaxing it, and they show up with torches to try and see if they can burn it. And then finally somebody says, well, we should pump salt water out of the harbor, Boston Harbor, and rinse it with that. And something about the salt water dissolves the molasses. People are asking me questions that are completely non-related to this. Do I miss doing stand-up? Yes, of course. But I'm also enjoying this
Yeah, but
time.
this is a great. Yeah, we're getting some history, guys. Come on.
Time in my office reading about this molasses disaster. So even though you've never heard of it,
Right.
there's a class action lawsuit afterwards that goes all the way to the Supreme Court. And as a result of this case, this is what made cases like Enron and the Gulf oil spill and Aaron Brockovich. This is a precedent-setting.
Oh, for
case,
the Superfund sites.
Precedent-setting case for those kind of class
action
action
suits.
against
Oh, okay.
neglect. The steel that they used to make the tank was not thick enough, and it didn't meet certain standards. So after this was the case that caused building contractors to have engineers and certified plumbers sign off on their plans, and building inspectors and all that kind of stuff.
So the moral of the story is the 21 people didn't die in vain, because then we got, some sort of standards and practices in building. If only it always worked. But
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good story. And yes, Sue, I agree. Happy little story for a Friday. If anyone
Well, the reason I brought it up was because it's a happy hour Friday, and the plan was to make this 2.3 million gallons of molasses into how many more millions of gallons of rum?
Probably twice as
So
many.
I thought it would be, it's sort of a happy hour gone wrong story. That's how I looked at the story.
It's a cautionary tale that if you're
Right.
at home thinking that you're going to make some home brew, be careful where you put your supplies or your. My mum used to make wine. God, it was disgusting. And she used to put it in bottles that had petrol in it, which is what we call oil at home, gas. And it was like, I didn't have to drink it, luckily, because, I was underage, even though that didn't usually stop the parents giving us, drinks. But I didn't have to drink the wine. But people who did. Now, who is cyberbullying Jen? Or is it just you feel like you're being cyberbullied, Jen?
Probably everyone.
Right.
Probably
right.
everyone. It's really trouble out there on the internet. It's hard to avoid getting
Lay
bullied
off,
at some
Jen.
point.
This is what makes for a staircase fall. Yes, that
Yeah.
could be. We don't want to fall
We
down
don't
the
want to-
staircase.
not on a Friday.
Into the jaws
Not
of
on
a
a Friday.
bear. Because, Jen, you do have a pet bear, don't you?
You go down the
Yeah.
stairs on a Monday, then you've taken out a beginning
Now,
of the week.
remember,
Let's
I'll
check
be
it.
all de-inflamed because of my turmeric tea and the
Yeah,
ginger.
you should be
so
chilled out.
It's completely chilled out.
98.9. You're a bit hot.
Yeah. Well, I actually feel a little bit hot. And
You look hot.
Yeah, thanks. I'm feeling.
Yeah, you want to do me? Take my temperature.
Yeah,
See where we're at.
I'm 98.9. I've almost got a temperature.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, well, I do feel a little bit nauseous.
My sister's asking, which would you rather have, a flood of molasses or a flood of otters?
97.8. Well, as long as they weren't horny otters. 'Cause those you have to be aware of. So
I
were
think
you on the show the day
horny-
when Jake told the story about
Yes.
how the male otter holds onto the female otter by a face?
Horny
With
or
his teeth?
horny or hungry? Those are two otters that you don't want to face. You'd
Yeah.
like to catch an otter just after a night of sexual madness and a big breakfast. That's the best time.
Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah,
time.
that's when you can make friends with the otter, as opposed to the other thing that could happen with the otter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a cautionary tale. You've got one of the curtains sort of slightly drawn.
Great
to let some
Molasses Flood.
Daylight in.
Yeah, no,
Gosh.
that's what I've been doing with the
What
lighting.
a
You're not really paying
concept.
attention to a lot of the pre-production.
Well, I am now that
Now
I'm
you're really
in
having
here.
a look around.
Yeah, yeah. I've been busy today. I've been at it since I got up. I was like a hobbit. Hobbits have second breakfast. I had second sleep. I woke up. I looked at what the waves were doing.
Went right back down.
I
That's
was like,
more
that's
like
not really good. That's not worth getting out of bed for. It was all windy,
That's more like a.
and then I just fell asleep again. It was so delicious,
That's more
and I
like.
woke up in a super good mood. And go. I'm not going to interrupt. Promise. I won't. I promise I won't. I won't. I won't interrupt. I won't. 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 I won't interrupt.
It's more like a.
I won't.
It's more like a groundhog. What you did.
Yeah.
The
Is it?
groundhog sees its shadow and then goes back in for 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, well, I only went in for a couple more hours, but really was so worth it. God.
All right.
Yeah, hello.
What do you most admire about your parents?
Well, my mum has the most cheerful disposition. She's a lot of fun, and I have a lot of laughs with her. So I enjoy her humor and her personality, and I really can have some good laughs with my mum. So she's one of my favorite people. So that's what I like about my mum. My dad, what do I most like about him, was the question. What do you most like about your parents?
What do you most admire about them?
Or most admire about them? Well, my dad was a complicated person to have as a father. What do I most admire about my father? Well, my father was really himself. You know, he
Yes.
did not feel
Yeah.
like he had to do anything to please anybody else. Or,
I think it was almost to a fault, though. He could have. I don't know. If
He
that's
could have been
an
a little
admirable
more
quality of him.
flexible. He
what
really
do I know?
tried with the second wife to be a bit more flexible, but
Yeah.
yeah. But he was very much himself. But yeah, he could have learned a few. He could have learned how to use a computer and a few things, but he just was not. He got a fax machine. That was the most he could do.
Ramon is asking if you attend the table readings for the show, and I don't think you do. I've never seen you there.
Yeah, but what do you do at the table readings? You open the curtain, you shut the curtain, you come back over here, you look yourself in the camera, you're like, oh, I love that light, I love it. It looks nice on me there. Table readings, Ramon, come on, get real, man.
I have another girl read your lines, but she really doesn't capture your spirit.
I'm a woman, Jerry. Don't call me a girl. And here's the thing.
No, I said a girl reads your lines.
Yeah, just a stand-in, a mere facsimile, a pale comparison of what I do once I get on. This has to be off the cuff. This is how you have to do it. And the thing is, if I just answer what you want me quick off the cues about what do I admire about my dad?
No,
I had to really think about it. Was what it was.
Yeah, because he's not your favorite.
He was a difficult dad to have. So
yeah, he was problematic. So Ed is asking what I admire about your parents.
Nicely done, Ed.
Ed.
Yes, thank you.
Let me tell you something, Ed. Belinda's dad is. I found him to be sort of amusing because I got there very late to the scene of your dad's life, and he had some funny. He just. Like one time, wasn't I on the edge of something? I was going to say I'm going to jump off, and he said to you, he is joking, isn't he? Like, I'm going to jump off a thing into the ocean? No, I was joking. I was, but he was like, he is joking, isn't he? So he had kind of a dry sense of humor that was funny sometimes.
He did have a dry sense of humor.
And your mom's sense of humor is top notch.
Yeah, she's really fun.
She's an awesome chefy cookie person.
Yeah, she loves to eat, to feed us. I mean, she likes eating, but she really likes to feed everyone. It's that way of, showing love, and her food is pretty, fantastically delicious.
Yeah.
And she cooks all kinds of things, Indian food, Chinese food. Yeah. She makes dukkha. That's really delicious with hazelnuts.
I was asking what's in my Yeti cup. It's just water.
Oh, God, he's so boring, isn't he?
We didn't get any...
gallons and gallons of water. He just hydrates like a mofo all day long.
Yeah. So...
it's not time for the book yet, is it?
Well, what time is it? Well, no. We've got a bit more time.
Yeah,
but I just thought you might like a
snark?
A wit crack? Would you like a wit crack?
A wit crack? God, I've never even knew there was such a thing as a wit crack.
Wit crack. It's jokes and jests from American folklore.
Right.
I don't know if there's any japes in here.
I'll make it into a jape.
3 boys were sharing the same bed, but it was so crowded, one got out and tried to sleep on the floor. After a while, one of his friends told him he might as well come back. There's lots more room now, he said.
Wow.
Because...
Yeah, that's some really...
I don't know.
Throw that book out the door, Jerry.
I don't know if that's really, a wit crack.
Yeah, no, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
One of things my dad said, and I think we've said this before on the show, as he got older, and I didn't realize it was probably, the Alzheimer's was already sort of initiated and happening in his brain. But had been very opinionated and very right wing, and so would always sort of like blah blah, read The Economist, and if he had the Wall Street Journal, he would have read that. And there was a lot of sort of pontificating about what he thought was going on in the world. But it got really... I don't know if that was the right time to do that.
I didn't know either, but I just went with
Thought you'd give it a go. Let's see how far it works right now. Yeah. But he boiled it right down. He sort of reduced it. He crucibled it to a bunch of wankers and a lot of sloppy thinking going on. And it's really a great one because you could sort of say it about anything. You could say it any day you wanted about the White House, about politics. Bunch of wankers and a lot of sloppy thinking
going
on.
Do we have any more gin?
No, he didn't drink gin. He drank too much scotch.
He was a Scotch drinker.
Yeah.
That goes around in your family.
Yeah,
Delicious.
They all like scotch. They used to drink gin. Anyway, so that's my dad, and
yeah. So
hello, darling.
So it is Friday.
Hello.
We've got a big hello.
Hello. It's me.
Yes, hi.
Yeah.
It is Friday. We've got a big weekend coming up. Fanula's made us some chocolate chip cookies yesterday, so we've got that to look forward to. And I thought,
are you kidding? There's probably going to be half one left by the time we get inside.
Um,
Super crispy, a little bit chewy, and a lot of chocolate chips.
I heard,
they were really good.
Pizza party. We're having a pizza party today. Is that right?
Yeah. You're getting the pizza.
I'm going to get the pizza. Yeah, this is the way. This is the way you like to tell me. I'm going to let you go get the pizza. I'm going to let you go get it. You're going to let me go get it. Oh yeah, you're going to let me. I get to go get the pizza. Well, that's great.
Well, then I'll be finished with this thing, and
I
I'll be free, and we can have a fun time.
Well, what do I have to do? What do I have to do?
I did some Ryan Heffington today. He did a class last Saturday that was explosively good, and it was to raise money for Black, trans, and queer lives. And and I've been doing that class ever since. He had to take the week off, so I've just been
Why
doing
did he
that
take
class
the week off?
on IGTV.
Just got tired?
He just needed a break.
Everybody needs a break now and again.
Yeah, everyone needs to.
I heard Dana's back at work. I don't think he's
how's
here
that going,
today.
Dana?
Well, he's not here today.
Oh, because he's
he
at
sent
work.
me an email.
Oh.
He sent me an email with a picture
God.
of a cat carrying some car keys, and I couldn't figure it out. Father's Day plans. Well, my daughter's already said that she's not going to be here on Father's Day. She's got plans with her friends, so that's great. Now, if I can just get you to...
Sorry,
it's just going to be you and me, is that right?
Oh, for Father's Day? Well, Fanula, so what's happening is, number one...
Do you want to make another baby?
Let's try. Let's try our hardest to make another baby.
All right.
It's Father's Day, and we're celebrating by making an imaginary kid. It's going to be great.
I've got one of my childhood stuffed animals in here somewhere. We can dress it up like our son for Monday.
Oh
Monday
my God!
show.
Yeah, we gave Fanula a life-size doll at one point. You know, like this huge, soft, and a soft doll, and that was her sibling. So that's the kind of parenting we did, didn't we, darling? She had a nice, yeah. So then on the weekend, and I think it's going to happen on Sunday, Kaz wants his hair dyed. That's a friend of Fanula's, and they're all trying to work out who's got an outside sink. Where can we do it? Because we can't be inside. We've got to socially distance. Well, we happen to have an outside sink right out there. So for Father's Day, Kaz could be getting his hair dyed blue.
Just right outside the door.
Yeah, right outside your office.
Well, that's going to be terrific. That's going to be fun.
They could all be trying to hone in on your bacon and egg pie. No, you're kidding. We'll be up in the front house making a baby.
Yeah,
we'll be like, have at it, kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
If you hear
I don't know
any
how I
strange
forgot that.
noises, that's just mum and dad banging. Yeah, that won't be embarrassing for Fanula.
No, it won't be embarrassing.
No, yeah, she can just pretend there are some wild animals around.
So I'm going to get a bacon and egg pie. I think I'm going to get a bacon and egg pie for Father's Day.
And then I did say to you, whatever else is your dream to do on Sunday, you and I could go down to the beach after we've made the baby.
That's your dream.
Well, I get...
But yeah.
Well, no. Okay, you tell me. What's your dream?
I'll show you some jiu-jitsu moves.
Oh my God!
That's never gonna happen.
He wants to do jiu-jitsu on me, and I'm not into. I've told you before. No non-consensual jiu-jitsu.
No,
as much as I love you, absolutely
I'm asking
not.
you to consent. That's what I'm asking.
I know, but I won't. I won't. I just won't. I just don't like it.
Ramon,
like you like it.
Ramon says he has no children that he knows of, so no Father's Day for him. Well, you have a father though, don't you, Ramon? You could look that guy up, or if he's passed away, you could.
Did I make Jake blush?
No, I don't think so. I'm just
bit.
I might be warm.
No. Okay, let me take your temperature again.
I'm having a good Friday, I have to say that.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's been a fun week. It is interesting. Some people are going back to work. I'm not going back to work. Oh, I just found out today my unemployment claim is approved. So you're going to have to go in the house and help me collect a little bit of unemployment now that I've been out of work for 3 months, and they're going to give me $300, whatever. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, we're going to go back.
97.8. You're cooling off.
I've cooled off. Okay. Well, that was your temperature. We are going to. Giving me.
We can be the same temperature. That's the thing that
usually not.
Yeah.
I don't think I went down that much.
I don't think the wit cracks are any good.
We're throwing those out the door. We'll throw them out the window, but the window is shut, so that will just be a broken window, and we don't want to live with broken window syndrome.
What do you think about these sunglasses that I found here in the office?
When are they from?
I'm not sure what I think about them.
Yeah, they don't look good on the camera. They look better when I'm looking at you this way than that way. Yeah, no, they're a bit too small.
Yeah, they're a little small.
I think, yeah.
Well,
I could sell them for you.
Well, they're cheap. I bought them at the beach for
Oh, okay, then I won't sell them for you.
But yeah, please do sell them. Do you think you get $100 for them?
I'm going to go on offer up. Yeah, I'll say that there's some designer. I'll put them in a Prada bag. And no, I'm kidding. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not a liar.
Oh, Jen says I get an extra $600 every 2 weeks. God, I hope so.
No, you get an extra $600 every week in California.
Not every week. So you get $2,400 a month?
Yeah, the federal government, remember that's why it seemed better than the loan, because the federal government is giving you the money, you don't have to jump through all the hoops, and then you don't have to maybe give it back at the end because it was a loan.
I'll have to figure out how to qualify for all of that.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it, because,
So we're coming down to the end of the show. Snark is pretty reliable. Would you like some snark, or you want to just go to
hit me with the snark, or shall I hit you with the snark? No, you like to do the reading today. Jerry likes to...
This is a quote from Madonna. Mm-hmm. The Madonna.
Oh, this will be snarky. The Madonna who had the baby Jesus?
No.
I knew that.
Like
the
a
other
virgin Madonna.
Yeah.
Why did God...
Like a virgin, yeah. Dream on.
Why did God create men?
Can't think.
Because vibrators can't mow the lawn. Boom, Madonna! For the win!
Yeah, she snarked it.
Happy Friday, Madonna.
She totally snarked it. Yeah.
Happy Friday, Madonna. So, the sirens, I don't know what's happening with the sirens, Uma. Somebody's... who knows?
We did have quite a few
there's
sirens today, so I'm not sure if there was a protest going on out there. I meant to be at a protest, but I did look up the Juneteenth celebrations in Santa Monica, and they were just all going to be on Zoom. They were going to be virtual, so that didn't seem, quite as much fun.
Yeah, and also I feel like it's a bit...
Fanula, do you want to come and say hi to everybody?
No, she's got her mask on.
She's got a mask on.
Who knows where she's going?
Yeah, she's escaping. She's leaving.
I wish you all a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed the story of the molasses flood, the Great Molasses Flood.
I did. I mean, it was funny because I started out laughing. I mean, I didn't end up crying, and I obviously feel
quite a sad story, but
it is a sad story, yeah. And if I'd had had everything working, all my technique,
oh my God.
I could have maybe.
Before we go, I just have to say thank you.
I don't really cry like that. That was pretending crying. I'm a much better crier than that.
Before we go, I just want to say thank you to Scott Weston, who I think that you're the person who told me about that AI created an AC/DC song. So if you just go on YouTube or Google search AI AC/DC song, oh my God, hang on. That video is so good. That video of that AC/DC song that was written by an AI is so good. Go ahead. Oh my God, what?
I know. Ramon just said the thing about it's okay because I'm Velcroed into the chair. Show them the thing that kept on grabbing me with the Velcro. He was going to make me put it on yesterday. Oh, you should show them that other thing.
No, that's maybe for Monday, but this
this thing.
It's a weighted vest that you put on for a workout, and it's got Velcro in the front, so it's just 12 pounds, but it makes a substantial difference when you're going out to do your workout.
Jake buys shit off the internet that I just can't believe it when I see it. I don't buy stuff like this, and I suppose it's maybe a guy thing. Where's the Velcro go?
Well, darling? I can't figure it out right now, but I assure you. Oh, it just flaps back on itself.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I don't know. Look, I may have this on upside down. It may go on the other way around.
Put it on the other way around. Give them the full thing. Yeah. No, you've got the... I have to be careful because Jake's going to have an accident with me.
So the strap
there you go. It's like, this is what I'm afraid of is going to happen if the plane is crashing and I'm going to put my jacket on. Because I have not paid attention during the...
There we go. So that's a bit of a workout.
It looks great. And it really shows your pecs off nicely.
Yeah.
Stand up and I'll show them the pecs.
Okay.
He got a bit mad with me because I was interrupting him when he was telling the
I don't think it... Ramon thinks this would be better if you came to the table readings, but I don't. I don't.
Ramon!
I don't.
The table readings, that is absolute...
Let me just show you this thing from the back. How's that? Nice,
He's got nice little reflective bits, so if you had it on his back,
so when you're out...
show them your pecs. Get up and show them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Delicious. So...
Oh my God, you are one sexy mofo. How long have you had that thing for?
Years.
Oh, I'm so glad I've never seen him outside.
I put it on to do a workout or take a walk, but it's you'd be surprised. It's only 12 pounds, but you walk around with this thing on for a half hour and you feel it. So you are like having an exotic pet because the stuff that you do and the things that you go on the internet and buy. You wait till you see the thing on Monday that he got. He got this during Varinus and he has been on a. How are your guns looking? Are they looking good? My guns are all right. Huh?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, coconuts. Yep, very nice.
All right.
Mine look good, but they're not coconuts.
So today's quote.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's another quote from Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and again, Shadow of the Winds. These are both from that book.
Okay. The first one.
Yes.
Let me have a sip of my old man pee to
Ready?
go with this. Yep, I'm ready.
Let me have a sip of my old man pee.
Yeah.
This is just pre-pee. I'm going to turn this into old man pee.
This is the most delicious old man pee I've ever had.
It's a lot better going in than it is coming out.
Oh, you should try this. You haven't. Yeah. Well, I don't do urine therapy.
Okay. Oh, people are asking for a marriage rating before I read this in.
Oh God, I'd have to say it's really high nines right now. This has been a lot of fun.
Me too.
I mean, he did give me a snark for interrupting him, but I get it. He was in the middle of saying something, and I got excited about the comments, and I interrupted you.
So
right?
you're high nine, I'm high nine too. I'm always good on the marriage. I feel not always, but today it's quite good. The show has been good for our marriage. You people have been good for our marriage.
Yeah, thank you, marriage support team.
I hope
You are our marriage support
I hope
team.
one day I'm going to get to Texas and Florida and Seattle and all those other places. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is from Carlos Ruiz Zafón. If you really want to possess a woman, you must think like her. And the first thing to do is win over her soul. The rest, that sweet, soft wrapping that steals away your senses and your virtue, is all a bonus.
That's pretty romantic.
How about now? How do you like me now? How you doing?
Don't do it in front of me.
Right.
It's private. Darling.
I love you guys. I'm gonna make a baby with this vest on. And I'll see y'all on Monday.
I suppose
Oh my God.
I suppose because it's Father's Day, I have to let him wear this.
Now you put the vest on. All right, don't give up.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of time to
don't
give up
give up.
later.
Come
We'll
on.
see you Monday.
Come
3
on, why
o'clock.
would you give up?
Like this, share it.
Yeah.